Hey guys, just wanted to do a quick review of the Jovy Systems iSolder-40 I got not too long ago. Straight up, this is probably the best soldering iron I have ever owned. It is the best soldering iron I've ever owned. Hands down, it's amazing. A lot of people debate it, saying that, they can't believe a soldering iron that's in this price range could work really good. This runs about $200. And then the tips are about $20 each, roughly. So it is, it's cheap compared to some of them out there, but it's a pretty expensive iron anyway. So I figured I'd give it a shot. My soldering iron before was a pretty decent iron, but it didn't do lead-free good at all. So that's why I bought this one. And it works amazing with lead-free solder. So I have not had any problems with it at all yet. So one of my favorite things is how easy it is to change the tips. Let me see if I can do this one-handed. And if you watch the LED, when you put the tip in, it actually figures out what tip you put in it. It knows what tip you put in. It knows how to regulate the temperature based on that. You'll see that'll turn green in a second. There we go. It figured out what tip is in there. And now it's heating up. So, the only gripe I have with this thing is it has an auto sleep function, which puts it to sleep if you're not using it for a while, and then when you pick it back up or it senses any dissipation on the tip, it turns back on. The only problem with that is it turns itself off and then just randomly turns back on periodically, and it beeps pretty loudly when it does it. So you can actually hear it all the way upstairs in our bedroom in the background, and it's noticeable, and it does it all night. It comes on, goes off, comes on, goes off. So it gets really annoying. So usually what I do, I wish they put a switch on the front of this. There's absolutely no controls on this, which is kind of nice because you don't have to mess with trying to guess what temperatures you need. It does it all for you. But they put a switch on the back of it, and I just shut the switch off. So you can hear that beep. That's what it does all night. It doesn't seem very loud down here, but it travels. So anyways, in conclusion, this is an amazing iron, and you really can't go wrong with it. Actually, let me, I don't know if I can zoom in on this. This is something I did just with the standard tip. I'm going to try to zoom in. I don't know if this is going to work. But you can see how small those little pads are. They're very tiny, and that tip did them perfectly. It didn't melt the case at all. It didn't damage the pads on the board. It was so smooth. I did it almost instantly. So I am very, very, very impressed with that. So, alright. Well, that's it.